This is the story of Ryan, a college student who moved from California to Chicago to study. Every Saturday, he would video call his old friends, a highlight of his week that briefly eased the loneliness of living in a new city. One Saturday, everything changed. Ryan's laptop had broken a week earlier and he didn't have enough money to buy a new one. The thought of missing his weekly call with his friends made him restless. As he was walking back from a nearby store that afternoon, his eyes landed on a lost and found box on the sidewalk. Something inside shimmered faintly. Curious, Ryan bent down and discovered an old, sleek laptop. Without hesitating, Ryan picked up the laptop, tucked it under his arm, and headed home. Little did he know, this small act of curiosity would lead him into a nightmare he could never have imagined. That evening, sitting on his small dorm bed, Ryan opened the laptop. The cool, metallic surface felt oddly cold in his hands. He connected it to the Wi-Fi, and his friends soon joined the video call. There was Martin, Emily, Sarah. They were all laughing and chatting, their usual jokes filling the virtual room. Ryan excitedly told his friends about the laptop he found, and curiosity piqued their interest. "Let's see what's on it," Emily said with a playful grin. With a few clicks, Ryan started browsing through the files. At first, it seemed like ordinary pictures and videos, college lectures, and personal photos. But then, they stumbled upon a folder labeled Project Dark Web. The title alone sent chills down Ryan's spine. Opening the folder, the screen filled with grainy, unsettling footage. What they saw made their hearts stop. One video showed a man tied to a chair, terror in his eyes as a masked figure loomed. Another captured a young woman pushed from a rooftop. Each clip revealed increasingly horrifying acts. Everyone was paralyzed with fear, their sense of reality shattered by the terrifying videos, leaving them speechless and shaking. Suddenly, the laptop screen glitched. The image flickered and turned black for a split second. Panic rose in Ryan's chest as he tried to move the cursor. But before anyone could say anything, a new message appeared on the screen. Text popped up in red letters. "You have my laptop. Return it or you will all die." The message hit them like a poison, replacing their laughter with a chilling silence. They exchanged fearful glances, searching for answers in each other's eyes, but found none. Suddenly, the screen flickered again. When it stabilized, what they saw left them speechless. Ryan's face appeared on the screen, his throat gruesomely slit. His head lay near the laptop, blood oozing from his eyes. His expression, a mix of horror and agony. Emily's scream was drowned by shock as panic took over, followed by another chilling message on the screen. "You're all trapped in my game. I know where you live, and I'm coming for you." The friends were frozen in fear. The message felt real scary and like a dark warning, filling the room with dread. Ryan tried to shut down the laptop, but the screen froze completely. His hands trembled as he desperately tried every combination of keys, but the laptop wouldn't budge. In a moment of sheer desperation, he lifted the laptop high and threw it to the ground with all his strength. The sound of the laptop shattering filled the room, gathering the broken pieces. Ryan quickly shoved everything back into the lost and found box near the store's door. The experience had left him hollow, his hand still shaking. That night, Ryan lay in his bed, staring at the ceiling, unable to stop shaking. The laptop had been destroyed, but the terror remained. He drank water, trying to steady himself, but the fear was unrelenting. Suddenly, Ryan's phone buzzed. A message flashed on the screen, its words a cruel confirmation of his nightmare. "You are next." He gasped in fear. The message felt like a death sentence. Panic hit him, and he dropped the phone and fainted from exhaustion and terror. Ryan woke up in a hospital room. The strong smell of antiseptic filled the air, and the white walls felt overwhelming. Doctors and nurses moved around, but Ryan couldn't speak because fear had taken away his voice. His eyes darted around the room as memories of the terrifying laptop experience flooded back. The glitching screen, the chilling messages. It all felt like a nightmare he couldn't escape. Weeks passed as Ryan lay in the hospital bed. He couldn't speak, couldn't move much beyond slight gestures. The terror of that day lingered, haunting his every waking moment. Finally, Ryan made a decision. It was time to return home. He left Chicago, his college life, and the promise of a bright future behind. Back in his hometown in California, he tried to piece together a new life, but the scars of what had happened never faded. Ryan and his friends never spoke of the dark web again. Not about the horrifying videos, the masked figure, or the gruesome death. Ryan tried to move on, attending therapy sessions, but the trauma lingered. The internet, once a source of connection, had become a dark, inescapable trap, a virtual prison where escape seemed impossible. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with more chilling stories.